going on, guys? Repairs and reviews here. I'm going to be changing the transmission fluid in my wife's 2012 Honda Civic. It has 51,000 miles on it. I think Honda recommends doing it every 30,000. I have done it once before around the 30,000 mile mark, but just as a preventative measure, I'm going to go ahead and do it at the 51,000 mile mark. The things you will need is 3 quarts of the ATF DW1 automatic transmission fluid from Honda. Used genuine transmission fluid. Don't risk, cheaping out on that kind of stuff. Other things you will need: a Phillips head screwdriver, a good, decent Phillips head screwdriver, a 3/8 ratchet, and a torque wrench. If you have a torque wrench, I'm just going to go ahead and torque the drain plug back when I put it back. I also have the crush washer here to replace that on the transmission. And then we'll need a funnel to fill it, and probably some rags to clean up. So let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do here, there are 4 Phillips head screws. They hold this portion of the shield on here, and I've already broken them loose. So there's one here, one here, one back here, and one right here. The reason I say use a good screwdriver, you don't want to strip those, because if you strip them, you're going to have a time getting them out, because they tend to seize up here with the elements and the water and the weather and everything that your car drives through. It's in a bad position, but I've never had a problem. I don't put them back real tight, and I use a good quality screwdriver to get that. So we just push this back right here, just like this, and remove it. Okay, once you have removed the shield that covers all this stuff, this is the driver's side of the car, and this is the transmission. This is your drain plug right here. I just finished changing the oil on this thing, the engine oil. So it is on blocks. You don't want to drain the transmission fluid with it on blocks, because it's at an angle, and you won't drain everything out of here. But while it's on blocks, I'm going to go ahead and break this drain plug loose, ever so slightly. Just like that. I'm going to leave it snugged up, just like that. I'm going to remove it off of the blocks and put it on level ground, so hopefully I can still get under here and service this and fit the camera. But let's remove it off the ramps and put it on the ground. The car is on the ground. One thing you want to do is pull the dipstick for the transmission. Just pull that loosely so it has enough to vent. Alrighty, we have previously loosened the drain plug. It's starting to leak out a little bit right there. The car is flat on the ground. Got the drain pan underneath of it. I'm going to try to get under here and take this out. Kind of have to be in the way, sorry. Just like that. Let that drain, and here is the plug with the crush washer that we're going to replace. This plug has very, very fine metal shavings on it. That is normal. If you see any chunks on it, I might be concerned, but this is normal. It is a magnet. It is supposed to catch that kind of sediment, so you're going to go ahead and wipe that off. Wipe the magnet clean, wipe the drain plug clean, and replace your crush washer. And once this is done draining, I'm going to reinstall it and torque it. It's drained out, it's just dripping here. I've replaced the crush washer on the drain plug. I've wiped it clean, wiped the magnet clean. If you don't have a crush washer, reusing the old seems to be fine, but if you go to Honda for the fluid, you might as well just pick up the crush washer. while you're there. I'm going to reinstall this here. Let's see. Hopefully, being on the ground, hopefully I can still get to this here. Now I'm going to torque it to 30 foot-pounds. And it is very tight under here since it's on the ground, so bear with me. If I can get one more click, I'll be good. It's a little tight when you're on the ground. You ain't got no clearance to do this kind of stuff. Come on. There we go. This should be good. Perfect. A little tight while it's on the ground. You don't really have the clearance that you had on the ramps, so if you need to put it back on ramps, you could snug it up by hand or just with a small ratchet and then put it on the ramps to torque it if you're into that. I do it just to be safe. These aluminum housings, if they strip, you could be in trouble, so you know, just that little extra step to peace of mind for me. We've had old cars up until this one, so I have seen what other people have done by not properly torquing stuff. They've stripped drain plugs and the oil pans, all kinds of stuff. So at this point, you're going to want to clean up any mess. You know, this plastic shield here gets dripped on, so just get up in there and try and clean it up as best you can, so you don't think you have an oil leak when it starts dripping later on. So going to go up top and start filling. One of the last things that you're going to have to do is reinstall this stupid little shield, and it can be a pain. There are clips here. It has a groove that it slides in here. There's one right here, and then two back there. You have to make this line up all at once, so make sure that you get it under here, in between these two, and go up in here, back there, all at once, until it slips into place. See how these come out now? It is locked into place. Held with those little clips. So now you can reinstall your screws that hold this whole thing together. Once you have these hand tight, you can go back with your screwdriver and just snug them up slightly. You don't want to strip these, remember. Snug it just like that. Just like that. Hopefully my big head isn't in the way. I didn't pay attention. And just like that. And that about sums up everything under here. At this point, I'm going to remove the dipstick completely. Just set it to the side. Get a good clean funnel. I just cleaned this out. It's clean and dry. I'm going to put it right down there into the transmission fill. Alright, from this point on, you're just filling it up. I do believe that this transmission takes a hair under 3 quarts. So just be careful and check the transmission level when you're done. I'm going to go ahead and pour like 2 3/4 in it, and I will show you how to check it. All the old school guys back in the day, you know, servicing their Chevy trucks and whatever, even, you know, my 2001 Chevy Silverado, you have to check the transmission fluid hot or warm with the engine running. Honda is not that way. Honda, you check warm, but with the engine off. So I will show you how to do that. It's very simple, but I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this in here. I'm going to put about 3/4 of the third quart in, and I'll show you how to check it. Okay, took it for a short drive. Didn't take it very far. Just took it about a mile or 2 down the road, just to get everything cycled through every gear and the transmission fluid warm or hot. You shouldn't check it cold because you might get an inaccurate reading. But pull the plug or the stick, wipe it off, stick it back down, set it in all the way, pull it right back out, and it looks to be that the fluid level is right about there, which is perfect. So as you see, it doesn't take the full 3 quarts. Will it hurt it if you put full 3 quarts in? Probably not. But if you service the transmission with that full 3 quarts every time, it will add up and you will overfill the transmission. So I put about 2 3/4 quarts in it, and it might have been slightly overfilled since the last time, because I think I did put the full 3 quarts in it the first time I ever serviced the transmission. So it wasn't enough to hurt it, but just be accurate with your reading and make sure it is within the marks needed to ensure everything is right. So hope you enjoyed. This has been Repairs and Reviews. Thanks for watching.